Tribecast. Let's get it in. What's up, y'all? What's going on with you?
And we're all gonna die.
We ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna make it.
823. What's up, fam?
We're sending smoke signals over here.
Tomorrow we all dead.
What's up?
We ain't fucking around. We told y'all we ain't fucking around.
Nope.
The life that we know, the life that we have with all of the luxuries. Maybe I'll buy this. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe that's going away, man. I firmly believe that things are going to tighten up big time.
And you can't trust anything. You can't trust the government. You can't trust your local government. You can't trust the media. You can't trust nothing that's said on TV.
Y'all are fleas on the nuts of a giant right now.
I love it.
Cheer. Had to
Love
throw
it.
something.
Something about it just makes me giggle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, let me throw these words out there. Whatever the title, shit hit the fan, fires. I forget what the hell else. I'm trying to hit the algorithm, man. So I try to throw the words in there that's on the title. You know what I'm saying? Tribecast, baby. Let's get it in.
Let's get it.
I don't know why I'm in such a good mood with all the bullshit we gonna talk about tonight. Holy moly. What's going on with y'all? What's up, chat? What's going on with y'all in the chat? I see y'all. Fellas, what up?
Keith. Yeah, they in the building.
Yes, sir.
Random.
Yes, sir. Man, I'm just gonna come out the gate and show y'all this. For anybody who might not have seen it. I got a friend sent me a list of all, this is just strictly food. The places that have caught on fire, had explosions, whatever. I got a list of it. I'm just gonna show y'all real quick. Y'all check this out in the chat. Y'all gonna be like, man, really that much? Check this out. This is all this is all food places.
16 of them bitches.
Look at that shit. Is it 60? Is that not it?
It's been 16 total so far this year. I'm not sure how many.
This year. Yeah, we got some 2021s on there too at the bottom. But look at all that. Fire, airplane crash, fire, boiler explosion, fire, explosion, fire. It's crazy. Texas, Wisconsin, Washington, Louisiana, Kansas, Nebraska, Georgia, Tennessee, Illinois, California, Idaho, New Hampshire. I mean, it's just crazy, man. All these different places.
Yeah, they're going after that grain, man. I'm gonna say it flat out. There's no way in hell that's a coincidence. You know what I mean?
Ain't no way. If y'all need to see it again, I can pop it back up. I got it backstage. So if y'all missed it, I'll show it again a little later too for more people that come in. But man, that's crazy. Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was texting with Native, and Native was like, man, I want to see what happened. You know, like 5 years ago. And I was thinking to myself, well, shit, I just want to see what happened in 2021 from January to April. You know what I'm saying? It's like, holy shit. I know we just ain't paying attention to it now, and this happens all the time. There ain't no way all these food places are burning down all the time like this, man.
Yeah. Not now.
It seems like common sense would kind of dictate, hey, if there's about to be food shortages, maybe we should take extra caution in our food production places. You know what I mean?
Think? Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. What y'all think, chat? All these places getting... Look, I'm going to show it one more time just for anybody who might have just walked in, man. Look at all these places. This is all food places that have caught on fire or had explosions, burnt to the ground, some of them.
Now, I wasn't able to find anything, but for the stuff that I did find, it was all just the regular, PR nonsense. Hey, fires happen, blah, blah, blah. I haven't found anything that said, oh, yeah, something actually happened. You know what I mean? It's all just the same PR bullshit. Like, there's no actual, like, what actually happened? What's the investigation? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whoever made these lists, I just want to give a shout out because I've had a couple people, you know, they always send me stuff, man. They send me information and shit. They keep me on top of my game. And a lot of times I don't share everything because we ain't going live. And by the time I go live again, I don't get to share it. But I truly appreciate y'all. And y'all know who y'all are. It just blows my mind that it takes people like us to really do the research and put these lists together. Like, why ain't that list been on Fox 5? Or CBS? Why ain't Tucker Carlson or CNN talking about, hey, something's up here? Why in the hell are all these places catching on fire? We're doing all this hurting. You got 30% of food from Russia and Ukraine or whatever that you can't get food from there no more. You got Nisi said earlier that they're actually paying farmers more money not to farm.
Yeah.
So you can put it in the chat, Nisi. It takes her a second to hear what the hell I'm saying on the live, but how are you going to pay farmers more money not to farm when we got a food shortage going on? What? And they're the ones telling us there's a food shortage. It ain't like I'm going to the store and I'm jumping on YouTube like, hey, man, we short on Pepsis and bread, man. What's going on? No, we got the president of the United States talking about we're gonna be short food like a mug. Oh, but let's pay the farmers not to farm. What?
Right.
It's not making no sense to me, fellas.
The only clear statement that he's made in his entire presidency is, hey, it's going to get bad. And that's the one thing motherfuckers ain't listening to. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The one thing he's coherent on is the one thing everybody should have been paying attention to. But they're like, nah. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, as far as MSM, like not having that list, hey, do you remember like it was a couple weeks ago where there was a video going around about like it was showing all the MSM channels and they all had that same like talking point. They all had to hit the same. They were saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Bro, that right there tells me that they can all be put in line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can be checked. They know what to talk about and what not to talk about. So this is blatant. It's obvious.
But see, I'll put it to you like this. Like if you think about it, Sage, what up? When I was on his deal the other day, he had one of them, the farmer up there, and he was talking about that. You know, basically, you like the stuff that they're growing this year, they would have got their stuff last fall. You know what I mean? So the impact of everything that's stupid going on with the food and everything, it'll probably be a next year problem, which you know what I'm saying? It's a long-term worry, but that, you know what I'm saying, that comes back around to the train thing you sent me earlier. Now they're talking about trains, the tracks are crowded, so there's going to be a shortage in what the trains can deliver.
Yeah.
I caught that one too.
Come on, man. Come on. Now the trains are backed up.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? We can't. That's what it was something about, oh, we're not going to get the fertilizer because they don't want to override the trains because they're already having problems with trains transport and stuff. So we're going to have to cut down on the fertilizer to keep the trains going. Are you kidding me, man?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. What?
Yeah. It's like we were talking about before we went live. Seriously, our own government is going to push us to the edge of the cliff. They're going to push us they're going to herd us to the edge. And then once we get to the edge and then we're paranoid, it's like, what is going on? Then Russia's going to come in and kick us over. And they're going to be like, oh, look, you know, we tried everything we could, but now we got this other thing. And that's when, you know, things will get bad. But what they're doing right now is they're pushing us to the edge, that cliff. They want us to feel that, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It blows my mind because I don't know how many times I heard, and I'm gonna tell the truth, man, because I'm an honest dude. When back in the past, when we've talked about, oh, well, they'll attack the food, you control the food, you control the population. You know, I think to myself, I'm just like, man, there ain't no way you can take food from everybody, man. I just can't see that happening. You know, sometimes I would feel like that. But now I'm like, man, all them times everybody talked about that shit, they're absolutely right. Yeah. And you can't tell me no different right now. You cannot tell me no different. If they're not stepping up security right now to make sure that, and it's too late. All these places burning down that are food production places.
Yep.
Hey, y'all ain't done nothing yet. We're not hearing about, yeah, man, you're going to bring in the National Guard to deal with people that want to protest and hold a sign saying, fuck you, but you don't want to bring in anybody to help these damn food processing plants to save our food when you're sitting there telling us that we're going to be starving here in a couple months. Come on, dog.
They don't want it, man.
Look, yeah.
All right. So look, so I drive around all day, man. I think to myself, videos and stuff, but I'm like, the Great Reset. And I'm like, damn, is this really how it unfolds? Bro, everything is under attack right now. You hear what I'm saying? Food, censorship, money, inflation, everything is under attack. The family union, everything, it's all under attack. We can't even say certain words right now, man. All this is the Great Reset, and it's happening, man. We're starting to see how this thing is really unfolding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We could probably sit here. I could probably sit here by myself if I just sat and wrote. If I just took a little time and sat and wrote, like took a day and wrote down everything that's happening that would blow your mind. And I could probably take up 2 hours of a live stream just reading off the list.
Yep.
That's how many things are going on. And it's so much that we can't even take it all in. And I think that's part of it too. Yeah. I think they're hitting us hard now. And it's going to get harder and harder and harder. Right. True Benese, appreciate you.
What up? When we started this YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying, a year and some change ago, it was a far-fetched idea. It's like, 2030, like, okay, I'm with it, but like, okay, how's it gonna work? You see how much has happened just in this last 2 years. Imagine how much more stupid it could get in 8. You know what I mean? Like, if we already know that we're worried about food shortages this year, and then common sense would tell you that there's going to be food shortages next year now because of this shit. You know what I mean? So like they're planning 2 years of shit at least. Yeah. And that's just what they've told us about.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're stacking it. Because it's like what you're saying. We dealt with 2020, and that was a horrible year. And then 2021 hit, and we dealt with that, and we're like, damn, that was even worse. Now we're hitting 2022, and it's even worse. And what they're warning us, and all this war going on, and all this bullshit. And it's like, hold up. But at the same time, you got to look at 2020 and 2021 and say, hey, that ain't gone yet. We're still dealing with 2020. We're still dealing with 2021 problems. But we're also adding on to it and getting worse and worse with more and more. It's crazy, man. It's unbelievable.
See, that's the thing. Like, I know I'm getting so burnt out on the fucking the jab talk and the coof and all that bullshit. Like, you're beating a dead horse.
Yes, sir.
But at the end of the day, it's still the foundation for every bit of shit we've gone through in the last 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it was the shot across the bow.
Yeah.
Yes,
they
sir.
give you full of shit, they back it off, and then they just give you all these fluff pieces. Like, look, life's back to normal. You're like, oh, well, life must be good because it wasn't last year. You know what I mean? So you can get away with more shit.
Yeah. I mean? Bro,
I'm convinced that there's a round table, seriously, with like people that run this planet, and they're like they're checking off, the steps as to how they want to play this out. And like you said, the first shot across the bow was the thing, and now. Okay, we're sitting here doing a YouTube live when almost every country in Europe and Russia has declared that we are officially in WW3. We haven't, and we may not. But that is how crazy this thing is. Putin is literally threatening to nuke us.
Facts.
This ain't the Cuban Missile Crisis. This ain't like. You know what I'm saying? And we're all, we're still doing live streams.
This might be an unpopular opinion, Quinn, but we're kind of justifying it. We're sticking our fucking nose over there. Like, we are poking him for no fucking reason. It's none of our business. We're bringing all this dumb shit on ourselves when a time that we can't even sustain ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the end goal for these people? Like, do they... Put stupidity aside. If you're going with strictly malice, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the end game of looking this weak and destroying your shit, like, in record fashion? You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. Like, it's hard to fathom. Like you said, if you would have told us this shit 3 years ago, we would have just laughed at you. Now we're like, we ain't even started yet. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, we shouldn't watch MSM. We shouldn't." I watch MSM. I catch bits and pieces of a little bit of everything, right? And I just happen to have CNN on, and it was a shop owner in Atlanta today, right? And they were like, "Man, how are you going to survive the inflation? How are you going to survive these changes that are happening?" And she was like, well, the president he's doing his best. We just need to give it some time. And this always happens. Things will go back to the way that they used to be, and we'll be fine. But we just have to weather the storm. And I'm thinking, God, are you serious? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know that they're still supplementing. Nisi read today, and she told me about it, and then she came up with a point, and I was like, damn, that's deep. They're still supplementing people's food stamps and shit. When does it come a time when they cut that off? You know what I'm saying? Because, man, you talk about shit hitting the fan. Wait till you got motherfuckers that really can't afford to eat.
Yeah.
A motherfucker that's hungry, man. And we're talking about millions starving.
Yeah.
There's motherfuckers ain't just gonna sit in their house and be like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm just gonna sit here and die. Nah, they're gonna go out there and get theirs. Trust that.
Yeah. Hey, can I just throw this out here? So just work. I talked to a lot of different people during the day, and believe it or not, there are quite a few people that are like doing the things. And so we start talking about gardening, right? Gardening, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna plant this, and this. And I got some fruit trees and this and this and this. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, how about you just focus on like 4 major things that will feed your family? You know what I'm saying? Instead of 10. So I just want to throw this out here. Seriously, like I'm tilling up my, I'm liming and tilling up the ground now to go ahead and get my garden going. I got it under control, y'all. But when you're doing your garden, seriously, don't be that fancy, because this is going to be some survival type shit. Make sure you have the main things that you need. Potatoes, maybe some lettuce, some beans. Make sure you have the things that are fairly easy to grow and the things that can actually feed your family. You know what I'm saying? Don't be pretty with that shit. Now is not the time to have a pretty ass garden. You can do strawberries, but I'm just saying.
I would even go as far as to say, if you're spending a fortune on that freeze-dried stuff, switch it up and start canning. You get more for your dollar. It takes up more room, but you're getting more for your dollar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Save you some money.
Man, y'all probably seen I sent y'all the link. But if you look at my community post, a friend of mine sent me a picture, and it was a picture that they took. Fucking one watermelon, $13.99. Yeah. And that was today.
Stupid.
$14. What? For a watermelon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, even when watermelons were expensive, they were like $5. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what we got them here for $5 now, and I'm like, damn, I ain't paying no $5 for no watermelon.
Yeah. And another thing, real quick, because we've been keeping an eye on the oil, because that's how we heat our house. Oil right now, if you buy 100 gallons, now usually when you buy 100 gallons of something, you get it a little bit cheaper. You know what I'm saying? It ain't as much. Yeah. Last year, same time, we paid $3.29 a gallon for 100 gallons. This year is $4.99 a gallon. Now, if we were going to fill our tank, it's like a 275 gallon tank. Let's say we only had to put 200 in there to fill it up. It's the end of the winter. Boom. Mm-hmm. Man, that's $1,000. And that ain't going to last. That ain't going to last but like a month and a half if it's a cold winter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you're looking at, instead of $1,200 a year to heat your house, you're looking at $3,000. Man, who the hell's going to be able to afford that, man? And that's just one little aspect. That's just heating your house. Not to mention the food prices, putting gas in your car, paying for everything else. You know, when all these other things go up, the rent goes up. You know what I'm saying? If you're renting a house, the rent goes up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Tribe, we talked about diesel, man. You know, bam. I was supposed to be getting into like the trucking game. Sage. I was supposed to be getting into the trucking game. Hot shot. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in the game, it's going to cost as much money in diesel fuel to get the freight, deliver it, and be done with it. It's going to cost that much just to pay to drive the vehicle there and back. So there is no profit. So yeah, what I need you to understand is with the shipping, the little guys, the independent guys, the guys that are just they're out there trying to get it, they're falling off by the thousands daily because they can't afford the price of diesel, and the price of freight is not going up so that they can still turn some type of a profit. It only going to
oh, my bad.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it seems like they're trying to get rid of all the mom and pop, independent business. That way they can, they want the conglomerates. That way they can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same thing car companies did back in the day. You know what I'm saying? There was, 7 or 8 different car companies, Ford, Chevy, and all them stepped up. Was like, no, you know what I'm saying? That's, you get that bullshit. You start taking out competition. You start, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you slowly build into everything's federalized. Your job is federal. Your apartment's federal. You know what I'm saying? The transportation's federal. You know what I'm saying? You fuck up, you homeless.
Did I not tell you that earlier today, Tribe? Did I not say that?
You did.
Yes,
you did.
Hush, I appreciate you. Bam. Everything will be federalized. When that shit, when FEMA comes into play, I don't know if I can say that or not. When they come on the scene, everything is going to be federalized. Your food, Walmart, the water, your toilet paper, fuel, electricity, everything. This is the Great Reset coming into play. That is what this is. You gotta burn it down and destroy it so that you can rebuild it to the way you want it.
Yeah, you
That's you. Go ahead.
Just real quick, me and just Josh were talking earlier, and there was I'm not going to say no names or nothing, but a guy running a truck. His gas bill last year at this time, you mind me talking about?
Yeah.
His gas bill for running a truck was $10,000 for the month. He paid 10. He had receipts and shit. They keep track records and shit when they run that
diesel
shit.
Only.
Diesel only, just for his truck, $10,000 in a month. This same month, this year, a year later, it's $22,000 was his bill. Now, how do you make up for that? How in the hell can you make a living? That's more than 100% markup. And they sit there. What I hate about it is if you get on MSM or you listen to these motherfuckers in control, they'll be like, "Oh, foods went up 7%. Oh, inflation is 7%." How the fuck you gonna tell me it's 7% when you done doubled the price on something?
Yeah.
The main thing that we use, that's not 7%. That's 100%, Jack. If I paid $2 and now I'm paying $4, that's 100% markup. What you talk about 7.9%? Kiss my ass. They ain't telling us the truth, man.
Yeah.
They get you with that loophole. It's an average. It's average. Everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when they don't add the price up on shit that nobody buys anyway, then they add that into the eggs that went from $1 a carton to $3 a carton at a 200% markup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And look, man, it's like you said, man, diesel fuel, it that is the foundation of everything. You know what I'm saying? So the one way as preppers, bam, y'all, hey, what up? The one way we can combat the fact that fuel prices have almost doubled is the gardens. When that truck, seriously, I'm not playing. And this is what I want you to think about. When that truck can't deliver those tomatoes or that lettuce or whatever it is that we need from Wally World, there will come a point as to where we will have to supplement that ourselves. And I'm telling you that is coming. Okay. Not May. May is going to be, for me, May is going to be a really shaky month because what is it? May 9th? Germany has to jump off Russia's their fuel. And so economists have been saying, I'm just throwing this out here. It could be whatever. I'm just saying, hey, do your own research, man. Y'all know how I roll. But they're saying that oil could go to $180 a barrel, possibly
$185 a barrel.
Once Germany stops taking fuel from Russia, which is May 9th. Is it the 9th or the 15th? One of those days. We'll see what happens. But I'm telling you, don't be caught out in the cold. Get what you need. Get your seeds. You can still get fertilizers from Home Depot. Get your lime. Get your seeds. Get your pot and soil, and start doing the things, because I think we're still in the beginning of things really going bad, man. Seriously.
See, and I'll say this: America is a big ass place. Some states, like the greatest state in history of ever, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to have to worry about some things like California and New York. You know what I'm saying? Some of these blue hair states. You know what I mean? So it'll be situational. Just because you're not personally feeling it doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be feeling it. But you know what I mean? Somebody that, if you're on here, somebody you know is going to be feeling it. You know what I mean? Eventually it might take over completely. I've seen a couple of people say, like, I'm a big fan of voting local. You know what I'm saying? Local changes a lot of shit. But if you get to a point to where the government has federalized the main corporations in your state, then just like a football stadium or some shit, that company is going to get tax breaks to move into the city and completely wipe out every job in every rural area. You know what I'm saying? Potentially.
Tell them, Hodge. Tell them.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to have city states that are fucking hub of employment, and everybody left out in the county is just pretty much fend for yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. We are the problem. Us folks that don't go along with the plan, we are the problem. And most of us don't live in the city, obviously. I mean, you can tell just by looking at every state, you know, so.
Yeah. Man, we got 168 people in the house, man. I want to show this thing one more time for anybody who might have missed it when we first came in. I got to show y'all this list that blows me away. If this don't open your eyes to shit's going weird, check this out.
Yeah, bro.
This is a list of it's just food places that have caught on fire, had explosions, had a plane crash into one in the past, since August of, let's cancel out August of 2019. Let's just jump right to January of 2021, all the way up through 2022. If you go up the list before even halfway, all the top parts is all 2022. Just food place after food place after food place having a fire, a boiler explosion, airplane crashes into. I don't know if y'all seen Prepper Now's video on Preparedness Now. He put out a video last night talking about that plane that crashed into the Fruit Loops plant or some, General Mills or whatever. But look at all this shit.
Yeah, man.
And that shows you right there. If you look at 2021, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fires in 2021. It shows in all of 2021. Now, I'm not saying that this list is complete, but that's 6 fires in 2021. Look how many is already in 2022. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? 6 or 17 in 3.5 months. What the fuck is going on here, man?
Yeah.
Somebody tell me, because I see something's going wrong here, man.
It's almost like some people finally got organized and was like, hey, maybe the small shit's worth hitting, not these big flashy shows. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, respect 9/11, you know what I'm saying? America, you know what I'm saying? But that was a big flash in the pan that didn't really affect the infrastructure. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was shock and awe. There was no lasting effects. Y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I got you. It affected, it affected all of America emotionally. Right. But as far as infrastructurally, is that even a word? I'm probably making up a word and shit, but I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying.
It sounds good, bro. I think it's
true. Good. I appreciate you. Missouri is ready.
Bring business.
It. There it is.
Yeah.
Missouri folks. That's what's up. But seriously, let me ask y'all this, man. Let's tap into it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
What could be causing all this, man? Do y'all think? And I'm gonna go out there. Hopefully, we don't get in trouble and shit. But do y'all think? And chat too. I'd love to hear what y'all think about it, man. We need everybody's input on this because I like hearing it from people. What do y'all think is causing all this? Is it the government? Is it just coincidence? Is it people that are flying under the radar and they don't know who's in cahoots with who, and they're all connected and they're like, hey, let's hit this place, this place, this place. Then next week, let's hit this place, this place, this place. What is going on right now?
Well,
How
you
could
got
you
look,
have all this?
how many damn refugees have we brought in the last 12 years? You know what I mean? Like,
shit, just the last year.
We don't know a damn thing about 99% of the people that we brought into this country. We can't be surprised if we're building our own fucking sleeper cells on top of the people that are already here that hate us. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting past the point, like everybody keeps saying, you know what I'm saying, it's the technology age. And I think the opposition is catching on, because you see all these groups intermingling now, teaching each other their own little tricks. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell what new group's going to pop up and just start doing all kinds of crazy, dumb, radical shit, you know, across America. Like I've been saying for a minute, pretty soon, some parts of America is going to look like a third world country. I know, like Detroit and homeless camps, but I'm talking about Tel Aviv. You know what I'm saying? Cars blown up in front of Walmart type shit. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be a common occurrence.
Press one. Press one for the black pills. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't doubt it, man. But to be honest with you, it just crossed my mind that, it could be some type of like, we could be. I saw a video earlier today where it was like, we've been invaded. But it really legitimately could be some type of like sleeper, whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That are here. And they're actually fighting some type of thing that we aren't even, it's the Great Reset. But it could be a team of.
How many hundreds of thousands of people do we have sleeping under the bridge down there at the border? You know what I'm saying? And that's just this year. You know what I mean? And we've already, for the last year and a half, we've already got all kinds of proof and evidence that Antifa, BLM, the cartels, the Muslim Brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? All these different groups, you know what I'm saying? Well, like they're having conventions together. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, since you're hitting on that, let me hit you with this. Y'all know how Texas has been busting up people that cross the border. They've been busting them up to DC, right?
We're sending them to you, bro. We're sending them to you.
Right.
You know what's going on now?
Huh.
You got Antifa showing up, and they causing ruckus in DC. Yeah, there was a video last night. Somebody posted a video on Twitter of Antifa acting up in DC because of the buses coming up from Texas, and word is there's more and more coming. You know what I'm saying? So it's starting. And just like, Niecy said it today, man, she was talking to her dad, and I know y'all have said it to me too. It's election year, man. Yeah, this shit gonna get crazier and crazier and crazier the closer we get to that. And let me tell you, if there's really that huge red wave coming,
it is.
There's gonna be mayhem in the streets, man. There's gonna be mayhem in the streets.
Hey, they're pushing us to the cliff. I have a question for you though. Hey, Marjorie Green, is she like a bodybuilder or something? Because she's got some arms on her.
Is she stout?
Is that what it is? I was like, yeah, really.
Y'all want to hear something else that's a little scary? I mean, it might not be scary to some. Some might be like, hell yeah, give me the money. But in my state, Baltimore, they're gonna pick like 200 or 300 families, and they're gonna give them $1,000 a month, cash money, for 2 years straight. They're trying it. They're calling it a practice run. Like, let's see if this works.
Like a lottery kind of thing.
Yeah, they're like drawing them out of a hat type situation, but it's UBI at the beginning, man. It's UBI at the beginning. You can't tell me
no fucking sense. How does that make sense? Let's do a test run on a small handful of people in a group of 100,000 when it doesn't change the price of a fucking thing because only 3 people got the money. You give 100,000 people $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month don't mean a goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what fucking sense does that make?
Hey, wait till things get really bad and you still have these same people getting $1,000 when you can't even make $150 a week and they're still getting $1,000.
But wait till gas hits $185. Wait until it tips off with these prices for food and food shortages and nobody's getting fertilizer. These farms are getting paid more not to farm and all. You can't run trains for this and can't run. You know, it starts somewhere and then it gets worse and worse and worse. I hate hearing something like I was watching a Prepper Nation and I seen in the chat there was a couple people talking about a rumor of a 30% tax on freedom seeds. And I'm like, that's all you need to have is that rumor.
Yeah.
Because we all know we hear something and we're like, nah, but these days when you hear something, you better pay attention because I guarantee you within a month or two, that shit's going to come out and be facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, how about this one? So hush. Yeah. Federalizing everything, right? What if that means that you get gas for a cheaper price? You get diesel for a cheaper price.
I look at it as back in the day, the old coal miners and shit, the original rednecks from the Appalachians and shit. Mm-hmm. It was you work for the company store. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. You want gas? You know what I'm saying? 5 cents a day. You want a shovel? 10 cents a day. You know what I mean? It's going to be that kind of situation.
Yeah,
the same. Boom, comes right out of your deal. You know what I mean? It's like, because you can go to like pretty much almost any factory now, at least most of the ones that I worked in, and you can like order boots, you can get your lunch, all that shit just on your same card, and they take it off your paycheck. It's going to be the exact same thing. That's how they got us with taxes. If everybody had to pay their taxes at the end of the, you know what I'm saying, out of every check, you have to sit and write a check to the government to pay your taxes, there would be revolution everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Get you. If you ain't holding it, it ain't real. So it doesn't affect you as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you could just, here's my card, you know what I'm saying? It won't even register some people because the convenience is just going to make them fucking stupid, you know?
Hey, so what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, you know how we have this saying in the prepper community, don't get in the bread line. You know what I'm saying? Right. Don't be the first ones in the bread line. Bro, it may not be the bread line. It may be the gas line. It may be the,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It could be the
you could be lining up for everything.
Yes.
Well, what was it, late 70s, early 80s when they had the gas crisis, and there was like, you can only get like 2 gallons or 5 gallons, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it was. They started doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like where I live, 2 gallons ain't getting me nowhere but stuck on the side of the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm just saying, I watched the dude today, you know, that general dude or whatever he does a little press conference and he talks about things. And I try to read between the lines. I try to catch the little sentences that he says when he's not making his point and shit. And he's saying, man, we're stacking up. We're stacking up over there with soldiers and weapons, man.
Yeah.
We're the planes going crazy and all that. And I know I've talked about it, but it goes along with what y'all are talking about, gas lines and shit. The more gas and all this shit that they're using for all this war shit, that's going to be more they take away from us. And yes, we're going to be in lines trying to get 3 gallons of gas once a week. And that's probably why, that's going to go along with the UBI too, because if you can't get gas, you can't go to work. Okay, you can't go to work. We'll give you a little bit of money, man. You can eat some ramen noodles, drink some water with some flavoring, drink in it, and you'll be good.
This is the great reset. This is the beast system. This is look, we're describing exactly what is coming. It can't happen any other way. This is why everything that's happening is happening. They're destroying the system so they can have absolute total control. We just laid it out for everybody. This is what is going to happen.
Yeah. Man, let me read this because Nisi took the time to write it down. This goes a little bit deeper. I know I keep bringing it back up, but these fires with this food and shit, it gets me. But listen to this. This is just 3 facts about it. First fact, over 20 food processing plants shut down due to fires or explosions in the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 20 of them. Processing plants gone. 2 weeks. Two major potato processing plants in Maine and one in Washington destroyed. We already have a potato shortage. You know what I'm saying? And then the last month, a fire took out a Nestle food plant in Arkansas, and that's impacted frozen food like Hot Pockets and Stouffer's. Now, this all starts to add up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? We see the list and 16, and then it goes out. I'm trying to keep this in y'all's minds, because for anybody who ain't out here getting a couple extra cans of food or thinking about canning or putting some rice in some Mylar bags, I think you should really start thinking about it, man, like right now, because shit is going down, man. This food shit ain't no joke.
It is. It is.
I would say don't even think about it. Just fucking do it.
Yep.
Appreciate you, True. Appreciate you.
Hey,
another thing y'all can do is make sure y'all hit that thumbs. Appreciate you. Stop living here rent free.
Smack that thumbs up. Press one. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been saying to press one, man. I miss it, man. Press one. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get my one in. Hey, so I was working with somebody else today. I was working with somebody, you know, I work with people. I was working with somebody else today, right? And their knees are jacked up, right? Their knees, they're jacked up. So I'm like, you know, make a phone call and see if you can get one of those injections, you know, get them to throw some WD-40 into that knee, you know, that's, and the person was like, yeah, actually I called them and they said because of supply chain shortages, they don't have any on stock. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Like most of the people I work with, they get injections in the shoulder and the knee. It loosens it up. You know what I'm saying?
Steroid shot.
Yeah, exactly. Cortisone. Yeah, you know. It's a shortage, so they can't even get that. So that tells me that if that is in shortage, there are so many other things like in the whole medical deal that's in shortage. It's not even funny. Yeah.
We're gonna say 80% of our pharmaceuticals come from Asian countries, at least 80%,
and they're shut down now to an extent.
We've put ourselves in such a stupid position that if we weren't Americans, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't like America, fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying, like 100, 200 years into the future, looking back at the history books, you know what I'm saying, you'd be like, damn, America kind of did it to themselves. Yep. No wonder they fell. You know what I mean? That's literally where we're at in fucking history right now. Yeah. We've done so much stupid shit just in the last 30 fucking years. How the fuck are we even still a country? Like real shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can remember going to Walmart like in the 80s, late 80s, and everything was made in America. That was like that it was stamped on damn near everything. Wranglers, barbecue grills, made in America. Now, nothing. Yeah. We did it ourselves. Cheap labor.
And you know what's wild, man? Not wild, but what we should be thinking about are the people in charge of this country is that all of our enemies, they know that if you fuck with food, if you fuck with gas, that's going to make this country implode on itself. So, and that's what makes me think about this fires and shit. It's like, our enemies right now are hoping all our food places burn down. They're hoping we run out of gas. They're hoping gas goes up to $300 a gallon because this country is different from other countries. Other countries, man, they've dealt with being poor the whole day. Russia, they make like $400 a month. And that's doctors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know this country is going to go through hell with food shortages, gas shortages, all this shit that's going on, man. The boats not bringing shit in. Now they're saying trains can't bring shit in. Now you fucking with the truckers. The truckers can't. They're paying 3 times what they pay in gas. How the hell is the little man going to keep going? How is the medium man going to keep? They're killing the middle class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you said it to me today, Josh. You said, man, shit, I might have to sell my truck and trailer.
Man, hey, look.
And that was real shit. Man, City, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, sis.
Hey, it's not worth making $150 to have to drive 500 miles, pulling a 8,000 pounds on a trailer. You drive 500 miles and you make $150. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What if a tire blows? That's $150 right there, bro. It's and that's what's going on.
$150.
Oh no,
now?
No. And
for a tire?
It's 16 tires on a dually in a trailer. There's not 18. There's 16. So God forbid 2, 3. Something else happens. Yeah.
And that's just a tire. It's not counting if you bend a rim, brakes lock up,
axle. Yeah.
Right. Bearings go out.
Seriously.
Just pure mate. I wonder how many people in the chat or how many of us are like counting pennies now. Like, I used to wash my car. I go up to the Auto Pro. Be like, man, let me get some new wax, some new car wash. Let me get a couple new sponges and shit. Let me do this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go clean my shit up. Now I'm looking at the sink and I'm like, I'm gonna use that Dawn laundry dish detergent. I'm gonna wash my shit with some whisk. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean,
I got some awesome.
Next week. Yeah.
I mean, my mind is so focused on food, water, and protection. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. That's all I'll say about that. But and that's the truth. I ain't giving up $1 for nothing extra, man. If it ain't necessity or preps for my future and my family's future, I ain't buying shit, man. And I wonder how many other people out there, because that'll tell you about the economy. Yeah, they'll tell us the economy's doing great and all this, but I'm gonna tell y'all now that there's a little inside thing that me and Nisi talked about earlier. There's rumors, but within 6 months we might see a huge crash in the stock market. And I'm just saying, it's just rumors. But when rumors start hitting, you know what happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, and just like you said earlier today, just Josh, you said, well, they've hit this, they've hit that. Well, what about when they hit the grid?
Yeah.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. They ain't gonna stop at this. It's gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
Wait till you ain't got no food, you ain't got no gas in your car to go nowhere, and then boom, you ain't got no power, no internet, no nothing. And you just sitting in the house and it's 120 degrees outside.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's why I say, look, seriously, I think they're gonna push us to the edge. You know what I'm saying? To keep their hands clean, they're gonna push us to the edge. They're not gonna kick us over the edge. They're gonna let like Russia, World War III, or something like that do it. But they're gonna push us to the edge, and they're gonna be like, we tried our best, but we got this war over here, and there's nothing we can do, and then boom, yeah.
Appreciate you, True. Really do. Thank you.
True
business. Yeah, I heard that earlier, Native, that even that Kardashian chick is building a fucking bunker.
Yeah. Yeah. Canadian Prepper put out a video where he talks to that main dude who's got like the main company that builds bunkers and shit.
Yeah.
Man, man, it's crazy. There's a lot of people looking into that shit. There's a lot of people dumping 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 on bunkers, man.
Yeah. Well, shit, not even 10 years ago, Jeff Bezos bought him a fat ass bunker over there in New Zealand, like a mansion underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no pictures, but that's, you know what I'm saying? That's the rumor. But you figure with his money, it's got to be. There's no way it couldn't be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey man, let me hit on this for a quick sec, man. So, I'm doing a whole spiritual preparedness thing. Food, water, pews, freedom seeds, and then you got to be spiritually prepared, right? And so what I want to let the fam know, what I want to let y'all know is that seriously, we are being attacked. Yes, by the physical things, but I also seriously want you guys to tap into the spiritual side of this. Seriously, we are under attack there, and they're going for the kids. For the new system. Look, I got the weirdest thought just watching everything as it's unfolding, but I'm gonna tell you, I think in a decade or two, I don't know if that's new system or whatever, in a decade or two, there won't be any more marriage, man. Marriage is gonna be done. I have the strangest feeling that there won't be any marriage, and most of the young folks now, they don't even want to have kids. With social media and the way that everything is, they don't. It's super hard to even be in a committed relationship, let alone a marriage. So on the spiritual aspect of things, Tribe, I told you earlier, I saw something that absolutely drove me crazy. YouTube, fam. I've got all these feeds in my YouTube now of like females trying on like clothes, not lingerie, just clothes, right? And so this one popped up, and I said, let me just, why am I getting these feeds? It's the whole lust thing. They're trying to throw me off. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
The female had 120,000 subscribers. So I said, let me just see. Obviously, they want me to see this. So I clicked on it. She had 6 videos.
6 videos.
She started her channel 4 months ago. And all she's doing is she's kind of well endowed, but she's just bouncing around.
Yet we're out here trying to spread the message, trying to get people hip to what might could be, what is, and what isn't, and they won't share our shit at all. Or people don't listen, you know, oh, maybe it's me, and I'll take that. You know, I ain't trying to blame nothing. I'll blame it all on myself. Maybe I cuss too much. Maybe I talk weird. Maybe I act funny to a lot of people. Maybe I just don't fit in with a lot of people. Maybe it's just me. But it just seems to me that there's a lot of channels out there that if they go along with the program that the elites want to push, they get it all day long, no matter what they talk like, no matter what they act like. But yet you get somebody like us on here trying to be real, trying to get people prepped up, trying to get people, you know, to see what's going on in the world and how it really is. And let's keep them down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So look, that made me think though. So how many guys? Because you know what I'm saying? How many guys, right, are getting sucked into this? 6 videos, and there was nothing entertaining about these videos. You know, it had
that's part of the, you know what I'm saying, you build up the debauchery, you get it to a certain point. Like if you over sexualize shit too much, like there's even studies, you know what I'm saying, it's if you see it every day, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's just another thing. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things like, oh, look, another naked chick. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's where they're trying to get. It's like, oh, you can, you know, just do this and then throw the person away, then go kill your baby, then go back to playing your game. You know what I'm saying? And just keep watch this chick dance, make a baby, kill it, go back to playing your game. You know what I'm saying? It's just that cycle of there's no kind of structure. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a greedy. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about anybody else. Take care of yourself first. Like not the important stuff. Take care of your wants and don't give 2 shits about your needs. You know what I mean?
Hutch is killing it. No. Hey, fam, y'all don't even understand what Hutch is saying. Hutch is killing it because not to be going off on this tangent, but being spiritually prepared, I'm just going to tell you, I know we are on social media. Sometimes you have to tap out for a little bit. You gotta regroup. You got to turn it off just for a sec. Because that is all that is out there. Look, technology, what it did to the youth, not so much us, but the youth. Everything is about them now. They're you know what I'm saying? It's about their Instagram. It's about what they have going on. They don't care really too much about helping other people. It's about what they have going on, and that's what technology's done. It's under the veil of making it. You're connected to everyone at this point, but you're really not. It's just about you. All right, that's enough on that, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Hutch.
Like they're trying to kill religion, they're trying to kill marriage, they're trying to kill every traditional institution. And it's like I got no problem if you don't like the institution, go start your own shit. But don't try to come in and take something that's already established and make it your own. Start your own shit. Be creative and smart enough to figure out how to do something on your own and build it up. Don't come in and try to re-engineer something that's been working just because you don't like it. You know what I mean? Like who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like that's where the divide's coming from, was because you see they got a Pentecostal church is trying to do some, like I think it's a college somewhere. Native probably knows what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying? It's they're praying to like the holy transgender, but it's based on a Pentecostal, you know what I'm saying? So it's like create your own shit. Quit trying to destroy and establish something. Create your own shit. Then there will be no conflict. You know what I'm saying? If your shit takes off, cool. But don't try to destroy my shit to raise your own shit up. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. It's fucking counterproductive.
That's the culture, man. That's the culture, man. And that's what this country is grown into, man. Hate. I seen it at Easter. You see it at Christmas. Somebody got to go out of their way to say, oh, well, you know, Easter some bullshit. Like, if you don't like it, just don't fucking do it. If you don't believe in it, then just don't do it. But don't put yourself out there and try to get into 1,000 different people just so you can be an asshole and shit all over Easter. You know, like, for what? What are you doing that for? It's the culture, man. It's gotten so fucking bad that people are just haters, man. And I grew up in a time where if you was a hater, you was a punk ass motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? If you was a hater, a biter, if you copied somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like you was dismissed.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, snitches. One of the biggest dudes in the rap game is a bona fide snitch. Back in my days, snitches? No, sir. You didn't get you was disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, do I have
Like,
any Call of Duty players in here? Any of you
the
guys play
hell's
Call of
going
Duty?
on?
All right. So look,
caught all day.
really? All right. So look, I'm the biggest camper in the world, bro. I have every spot on every map to lay down with my light machine gun and just wait for people. It's like fishing. And there's always like that one guy. He's like, oh man, this dude, he's just laying there. Hey, y'all go kill him over. He's over here. Go get him. And everybody tries to kill me. I'm like, you snitch.
Hater.
When did it become cool? Snitch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
In his defense, though, you should just be lurking. What kind of shit is that?
Bro, I like fishing, man. I just wait.
No, I hear you. I grab that sniper rifle and I go high every time.
I hear you. Oh, yeah. I'm just low for sniper rifle. Yeah. Hey, and this is another thing that I just want to tap into. Like, y'all know I'm kicking this whole the kids' spiritual preparedness thing. So there's a mall by me, man. There's a mall, right? It's an average mall. And now if you're under 18, you have to be accompanied by a parent after 2 p.m. to go into the mall. Right? Bro, look, do you remember the days when like you might get 10, 15 bucks from your mom or dad and you go to the mall, you blow like $5 in quarters at the arcade. If you were balling, you go get you something at the food court and chop it up with your buddies and your friends. You know what I'm saying? Now, they aren't even letting people under 18 go to the mall. So apparently somebody got shot, right? Teenagers. Somebody got shot in the mall. And then before that, there was a group of kids trying to beat up this other kid. And they were running through the mall, knocking over kiosks and running through stores, tearing stuff up, trying to get away from them.
Been there, done that. Boys will be boys.
You can't even go to the mall now, though, bro. That's how crazy things are.
Yeah.
In Kansas City, like we got a couple malls. Doc Mack, he lives by one of them. But like when I was in the 90s, that was the spot. You got the movie theater, you got the shoe store, you got the arcade. You know what I'm saying? You
food court.
But everything's dead now.
Yeah,
everything's dead now because of that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, our entire way of life, the things that we thought were normal, the things that we grew up with, like they're doing away with all that, man. I don't know how young teenagers are growing up now. I guess it's just cell phones and
isolated.
It's gonna be that metaverse shit, man. That's where you're gonna go to watch movies. That's where you're gonna go to meet friends. That's where you're gonna go to hang out. You're gonna put on a damn goggle. Put on an ear set. I mean, seriously, I really do believe that. And I think everything's going to end up being computers, and that's what we're going to be locked into. And it's going to take away the human touch.
Yeah, it's going away.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your federalized UBI monthly payments.
I mean, it's coming. Social credit score, like, I don't know if I think it'll be implemented in a small fashion sometime this year. I think we'll see it on American soil. It's some kind of social credit score. It's going to start as a voluntary thing. It always does. You know what I mean? You get the sheep in, you know what I'm saying? The influencers, and then they start pushing the propaganda bullshit. Oh, yeah. Next thing you know, you got, 30 million teenagers and shit with chips on their arm. It's going to be the new tattoo. Like, oh my God, look at my new chip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Prep up, people.
Go ahead.
I had like 50 links come across the table before 10:30 this morning. I mean, people hit me up, and I know people hit me up because they know I do Tribecast on Fridays and we dive in and shit. But man, there was so much that I couldn't read it all. I needed a couple days to really dive in, and then you do some research on it and shit like that. We don't have teams. We're not Tim Pool. We're not CNN. We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like we get a link, we read it, and then we try to give our regular folk thoughts on it. You know what I mean? We're just regular folk. And we get on here, we do these little live streams, we hang out with folks, we try to give y'all a point of view about things. Maybe it's different, maybe it's not, maybe it's dumb, maybe it's smart. I don't know. But man, I tell you, there is so much shit that we're dealing with right now, I don't blame people for just tapping out. Man, fuck all that. I ain't dealing with it, man. I'm gonna go do what I do, and whatever happens, happens. You can't really blame them, man, because it's almost too much to fucking take.
Yeah.
It's a stressful world, man. You see suicides up, you know what I mean? Domestic violence is up. Every single bit of crime that you can imagine is up. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey, man, speaking of that, look, I woke up this morning. Tribe, you hit me up, right? This is how crazy the world is. You hit me up, and I was like, oh, you know. So my little sister, she's in Atlanta. She hit me up. She was like, Big Ken died. It's one of her baby daddies, right? Big Ken. And I was like, what? What happened? Like,
R.I.P.
Yeah, he went to work, came back, and he offed himself in the car. That was this morning.
Dang.
And I chalked it up to just like, yeah, it's a crazy world, and this is where we're headed. I'm sorry that you know what I'm saying, whatever it was that he was going through, you know, he wasn't able to get help for it, but it's a crazy time, man.
We live in a society that's programmed to teach us that, you know, anything with the toxic masculinity, you know what I'm saying? Anything male is evil. You know what I'm saying? It's men nowadays have to be effeminate to fit into society. But you know what I'm saying? When you pander for so long, living that fake life, like I'm a grown ass man with testicles. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep living like this, but you can't tell nobody because you're in that world. Yeah. Where you're saying, hey, I'm having man problems. We're like, oh, you're a fucking man. Well, you're evil. That's your problem. You know what I mean? It's you know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up cycle. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make us weak. They want us, like, if we're so beat down mentally, prep your mind, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to fight us. All they got to do is, you know what I'm saying? In a way, what they're saying is right. They're kind of telling us words, you know what I'm saying? Words can be a weapon. And you know what I'm saying? As in that case right there, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you get to a point to where you can't use your words back in defense, you know what I'm saying? You can get pushed to that point, and it seems like that's kind of the goal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They want us all mentally weak and just beat the fuck down.
Hey man, I see this all over the place. Hey, I'm always getting dragged to the movie theaters by my old lady, watching these Fantastic Beasts. I don't want to give this away for anybody, but it's not even my type of movie. I was trying not to go to sleep. But it's just the one thing that I caught, man, was that the two most powerfulest wizards on the planet, right? The badasses, they were in love with each other. And I don't have a problem with that or whatever, but you know, it raised my antenna. Like literally.
Two dudes?
They were in love with each other.
Yeah, Gandalf's gay.
Hey man, I'm just saying. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Did y'all hear about how they were China's influenced Harry Potter to get rid of some homosexual references because China didn't want homosexual. They probably wouldn't have showed the movie because they don't believe in that shit or whatever, but they were pushing it out. So they actually took out gay references because of China. And you know that kind of fucks with me a little bit because that's where they're tricky, man. Because is that just a way to get Americans to say, nah, fuck that, put that gay stuff in that movie, man, fuck China. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me on this? Like it'll make you change your mind a little bit because they push so hard that we're against China. Oh, China's influencing our movie. No, fuck that shit, man. Put more gay shit in the movie now. The motherfuckers that didn't even want gay stuff in the movies. You know what I'm saying? It's weird how they fuck with us, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know that there are some countries, you know, just getting into it, man. Let's just get into it. There are some countries, bro, that don't play that. Now we don't agree with a lot of the other things that they have going on, but they don't play that. And I've had the thought where like when it is time to for a country to be judged, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how does that play out? You know, when you've got this one country where everything's it's good, it's cool, it's perfect, it's fine, and then you've got this other country and they're like, nah, we're not playing it. There are no Instagram models running around on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not what they do. the woman is sacred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sort of, kind of. I'm with you. You can keep tapping in. You know, you go a little deep sometimes. I'm with you, though. I'm with you.
All right, I'm just okay. All
I'm
right,
trying
so
to keep up with the chat too.
All right, so straight up, so there are some countries, and we can kind of say, and bam, I keep it 100 all the time. That's all I can do. I'll tell you if something's racist. I'll tell straight up. There are some countries, some of the Muslim countries that don't play that shit. They don't at all. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but like I said, when it's time to be judged, at least on that aspect of not messing with other women, not fornicating or I don't know, bro.
Basically, America's turned into a bunch of whores, is what you're saying.
I appreciate you, brother.
And they don't let us know this shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't let us know. How many of us get to really see what culture is like in other countries and shit? Because they don't, man, it's weird that because we might turn on our own, let's just say hypothetical. Let's just say Russia has some beliefs culturally that some of us would be like, yeah, that's how it should be. Well, America, the elites in America and the people running this shit and the people, trying to rule the world, they can't have 100 million of us looking at Russia in a good way and saying, oh yeah, that's the way we should be living. No. They're evil. Let's not let them know anything about their culture. And that's how they do us. They don't let us know other people's cultures and shit. And yet we get all kinds of people from different places coming into this country, and automatically it's the divide. It's what they push in the media. They make Mexicans look so bad. They're crossing the border, and oh my God, it's so horrible for this country. But wait a minute, man. There's probably some really good people that's crossing that border. There's got to be different ways to deal with the shit. And I'm not saying have an open border whatsoever. I think this country has a big problem with its borders. But I'm just saying they deal with this divide and conquer and eat us up and make us hate each other so much that we end up hating people that we probably shouldn't even be hating. We're hating the wrong motherfuckers. Who we should be hating is these billionaires and trillionaires that got these fucking yachts and these fucking mansions and these fucking Malibu homes and all this shit that they hide from us and make sure we can't get there. We can't be they don't want us dirty scoundrels coming into their place, because why do they got gates on all their houses? You got to tap in and make a phone call and have a security guard let you in to go to their house and shit. It's crooked, man. Who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are these people? Yeah. They're nothing but human beings. They're no better than us. They just got more pieces of paper than we do. Mm-hmm. They're not smarter than us. They don't know better than us. They shouldn't be. It's so fun. It drives me nuts. Y'all know I go crazy over this shit. This king shit, this queen shit, this government shit, these elite shit. It makes me sick. These people are sickening.
Yeah, man. Hey, true business. I want to see the Northmen too. Yeah.
I appreciate you, True. I appreciate you.
I was gonna go see that today. Vikings.
I'm not gonna go off on a tangent, man. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent. My bad.
You're good, bro. This is not how things were supposed to be, man.
It's the reason. It's the reason we're dealing with wars. It's the reason we're dealing with gas shortages or gas hikes, not shortages, but hikes. It's soon going to be shortages. They're going to tell us there's a shortage, and then they're going to tell us we can't get but 5 fucking gallons every week. Yep. It's the reason we have food shortages. It's the reason why the whole country's divided. It's the reason for racism. It's because of these rich motherfuckers polluting our culture, our humanity, our souls, our religion, our TVs, our radio, our pictures, our everything.
He's tapping into the spiritual preparedness, people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Bro, that's it. Bro. We're not supposed to be living like this, man.
Nah. Seriously. This ain't the way.
Press
one. Teresa, bro, I got you.
Look, it was supposed to be the Garden of Eden, man. Bro, peaceful life. Love your family. Love everybody else. This thing has been turned into a technological. Look, we spent. All right, We spend so much of our God-given life force, right, chasing this man-made paper that the only thing that this paper allows us to do is to be looked at from other people as having something in access. You know what I'm saying? You get the big house, you get the Lamborghini, you get the big bank account. Look at Johnny Depp, still not happy. Life is still screwed up. This is not the way that it was supposed to be, man. And they're coming to the end of their facade. That's what this is. All right.
Is it the Great Awakening? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We got to be waking up.
We know how the good book. Yeah, the good book tells it, man. It tells it. We're coming to the end of their game, one way or another. We're getting closer. It's gonna get rough, but we're still getting closer to the end of their facade. We've all been living under a facade, man. Bro, look, man. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, and I'll ask the chat. Just something to think about. Is that homeless man that's sitting on the corner asking for 50 cents in a cup? Is his life and his soul just as important as Jeff Bezos, as Queen Elizabeth? Is that human being who's struggling, who needs a friend, is his soul just as important as Mark Zuckerberg? Hey. If you ask me, it's more important.
He'll get to heaven quicker.
Because I bet you he would have a conversation with you before Mark Zuckerberg would. You know, they run around with bodyguards and shit. They only talk to their own. If you ain't got $1 billion in the bank, they don't talk to you. Do you think I could reach out to say a rich with my little YouTube channel? Do you think that I could reach out to them and be like, hey man, why don't you come on, man, have a conversation with us? They wouldn't even read the fucking email. They don't give two shits about us, man. But you let some rich motherfucker hit them up. They'll be on there like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit, man. It's all fugazi. It's fake. It's frauds. These people are sick.
Hey, man, that's the sham that's being played on us, man. Seriously, bro, it's supposed to be some Garden of Eden shit. I'm sorry. It was. We could have all had our own land, our own family, raising our own food, being happy. We could have been. There's no telling what we could have been doing, man.
See, that's the thing, though. We still can, but people won't, because I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose my 2-story house. You know what I'm saying? My 2-car garage. You know what I'm saying? It's all that's more important than freedom. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Your possessions are more important than your fucking freedom. Plain and simple.
Seriously, and we can't take that shit with us. None of this, bro. I can't take none of it with me.
Nah, they even do it after death. These rich motherfuckers, go look at the tombstones for these rich they're in castles of concrete. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes a fucking difference. Like, you know, what do they want, the aliens to come down and remember their name on there or something? Like, who gives a shit, man? Fuck y'all. Yeah. Fuck y'all. You know, with all the money in the world, man, if they had any kind of heart, we could all be living good. We could all be living good, man. We could all have happiness and food to eat and everything. But they want control. They want to keep us down. They want to keep us beat up, depressed in the mind. They want our souls to hurt. Yeah. And they're doing it to us every day. And we just sit back and we just put up with it. And we're 7 billion strong. And we sit back and let these very few motherfuckers run everything because they got a couple more dollars than us.
Yeah. And
it makes no sense. God's got to be looking down on us like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. Hey, it's coming time. Look, the first time it was, I don't know if it was the first time, but it was water. It was the flood. He said the next time it's going to be fire. I think when we get too far off, when we allow the powers that be to get us too far off track, it's just time to come and you know, change things up. And that's where we're headed to. It's that time. Shit, it's fucked up, man.
But everything is. But do they got us beat? Do they got the blueprint, man? To have they got us? You know what I'm saying? That's what I look at, and I'm like, when It's been going on forever, man, with the kings and queens and the rich and the poor and the enslaved and the slavers.
Yeah.
It's never stopped.
It's
Not
just a short period of time.
This whole system's been built on it, and we're still running with it, man. And we've done nothing about it.
Yeah, and we got technology. Yeah.
The only thing we could do at this point is we need to sit down. Like it's a, you know what I'm saying, easy question. Do we want to take our country back, or do we want somebody else to take our country over? Because that's the only, you know what I'm saying, those are the only two options we're facing in the recent future. You know what I'm saying? It's that there's no way that we can keep sustaining the way that we're going. Like we will have millions, tens of millions of people die if we keep on this track we're going right now. There's no way to argue against that. You know what I mean? So people need to start. It's gonna be too fucking late, man.
Yeah.
How many people's diets have changed here in the past couple months? Are you not going out there getting the steaks that you used to? You're not going out there getting them crab legs that you love so much with like a pound of shrimp. I mean, I'm dead serious, man. We get so conditioned by their methods that we don't even pick up on it. We just roll with it. You know, humans are hard, man. We go tough. Okay, we can't get that food, and we bitch about it a little bit, but then we eat some ramen noodles or a bologna sandwich, and we move on and we keep on pushing. But we really need to start looking at everything, and we need to start complaining about these fucking elites. We need to start doing something about these fucking elites. We need, as a whole, as a bunch of motherfuckers, to let these motherfucking rich motherfuckers know, hey, look, just because you got all the fucking money, you ain't king. You know what I'm saying? When people say do not comply, I don't think about the jab. I don't think about a fucking mask. We got a lot more to stand up against than some shit like that. We got to stand up to some real shit. We got to stand up to some real shit, fellas. Chat, if y'all feel me, let me know. I'm being serious. I'm not playing.
Press one. Come on, PT.
One.
Hey. I'm gonna tell you though, man. Seriously. So look, you know, seriously, I be trying to kick the spiritual aspect of this, man. And you know, a lot of people are like, man, you know, I don't want to hear about the doom and gloom. I don't want to hear about it. Give me some good news, bro. I take it all in, and because I know what is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hit me with information, or somebody sends me an email, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I plug it in, and I keep on going because I know what's gonna happen. And no matter what happens, bro, I'm spiritually prepared. I know that this is an experience. That's all this is, bro. This is what we're experiencing right now. There's going to be a lot more after this, and you know, spiritually speaking. But
I know we've talked about it and shit, and I know Hutch has done many lives really diving in deep to it and shit. And I know, you know, we just talked about it not too long ago.
Yeah.
About communities and shit. But I think that's a start. If you can start building communities, we have to connect with each other. The divide is what's working for these motherfuckers. If we start uniting, go against your comfort zone, start making those friends, start thinking about a community, start thinking about staying in contact. We got to soldier up, man. We got to soldier up.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
Like it's a hard transition to get people convinced. Like, okay, taxes went up 3 cents. You're like, oh, it sucks. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. A couple days later, taxes go up 3%. Oh, that still sucks. You know what I'm saying? You get accustomed to the little bit, so much so that eventually you're paying 61% tax, and you're like, well, damn, it was only going up by 3%, and you can't assault somebody over 3% tax because then you're going to be the asshole. You know what I'm saying? That gets put in prison. So while you're sitting in prison, like, oh shit, I done murdered somebody for 3%. Shit done went up another 68%, and people are still doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, is we keep letting this little shit go. That's the reason why we got fucking retarded ass kids nowadays, because we let that little ass shit go when we should be, you know what I'm saying, swap that ass. I'm saying, don't do that. And that's the problem, is we're not saying don't do that. We're just, oh, well, that fucking sucks. Then we go about our business. Start whooping that ass in any kind of way you want to take it. I'm just saying,
And you make me think about something. I know I get to stuttering a little bit, but you made me think about something. It's the same thing. Like you build these communities, then start talking to the people that you're with. Like, hey, don't buy that. Don't give these motherfuckers your money.
Yeah.
You back American pride. Like it's been going on for, you got a lot of more buy American shit like that. But maybe we need to start making our own shit. You got Ark Wild Man Survival. He makes his own tinctures. He when he get, a lot of his when he gets hurt or gets to feeling bad, he'll make his own stuff to make himself feel better. Let's stop feeding the machine. Let's start taking care of ourselves. Let's start building these communities and talking to each other and waking each other up to different ideas and different situations so we can just invest in ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, we're going to have to.
Yeah.
Get off those luxuries, man. Get off those luxuries, people. It's not worth it. I'm telling you right now. I mean, the way that it is for me, the more money I have in my pocket, the more stressed and pissed off I am. I've got to do more. The more shit I buy, that means the more responsibility and upkeep I've got to do on all this random shit. I'm saying it's stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I got to take so much care of stuff that I don't even touch, but like once or twice a month. And I'm like, oh, I got a baby. It's like, why do I even need it? You know what I mean? It's useless, frivolous shit. And it just causes more stress in my life. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if it's a problem, cut it out. You know what I mean? Like you got to be self-aware enough to know that you're a slave to everything that's in your fucking house. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do y'all hear Hutch? That sums up like everything. Everything.
Yes. Seriously. I know people are getting sick of pressing one, but that's a press one moment right there. If that ain't nothing but the truth, man. Straight slaves to all the shit that's sitting around us. How much shit do we have in our house that we don't even fucking need or look at or touch? How much bullshit do we spend making these people rich and keeping them in power over us and keeping us enslaved? You know what I'm saying? It's such facts, such facts.
Bro, if I could show you, seriously, like for real, if I could show you the pile of stuff that I have that I am literally throwing away today, you would be like, Josh, you've lost your mind. Seriously, that's where I'm at right now. Seriously, like I've got, man, so much stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Just get rid of it. Because where I'm headed, I'm not going to, all the little fancy cables that we use, the HDMI, the micro HDMI cables, all that little stuff, all that stuff. I'm throwing it out, man.
Yeah. I've caught myself, man. You get on Amazon and you order something. Yeah. Oh, man. And it makes you feel so good. Like, yes, man, I just ordered this ferro rod. I've been wanting it. It's got a fancy handle on it and all this shit. And you get it and the package comes. And for that 5 minutes, you're like, hell yeah, let me open this motherfucker. Check this out. And then what do? You sit it off to the side. You don't have them feelings anymore. Yep. It's a fugazi, man. It's fake. It's fake feeling good. There's other ways to feel good. Connecting with human beings, friendships, working for yourself, doing shit, productivity for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That shit feels good for a long. When I plant a garden, I'm feeling good for months. I'm watching it grow. I'm watering. I'm spending time outside doing it. It's like we gotta stop the bullshit. They feed us these commercials. They've been doing it for years. They turned Christmas into a moneymaker. They turned schools into moneymakers. Yep. We got to change our way of thinking. We have to be disciplined. We have to fucking go there, man. We got to stop buying all this bullshit. You don't need it.
Hey, Trop, look, hey, seriously. Look, I do decent, man. Physical therapy, right? I've gotten to the point in my life, seriously, with the whole spiritual thing. Bro, I could literally make twice as much money as what I'm making. I could. But look, I need to have my bills paid. I need to have a little bit in savings, and I want to enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm watching other people, like other therapists that I see out in the field, and they're like, bro, sun up to sun down. And they're like, they don't have time for nothing. And I'm just like, well, what, you got a big trip coming up? What you got going on? Oh, no, man, just, car payment, the mortgage, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, man, it don't take that much.
Yeah.
My life is, I tell people, my life is simple, man. I've made it that way. I'm not trying to kill myself. I want to enjoy this existence on this planet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this country was built on it. The culture of this country from the beginning, and I hate to say it, it's one of the horrible things that I hate about this country.
Yeah.
It was built on slavery. It's so engraved, whatever the fucking word is. It's so deep rooted.
Yeah.
We feel bad for not working for the man. We'll shit on our fellow man because he don't work 40 hours a week. Oh, you bum ass motherfucker, you don't do shit. They got us wrapped around their little finger, man.
Yeah.
The enslaved mentality. It's so deep rooted. You know what I'm saying? We don't even take chances because we might look bad.
It's not. Yeah, it's not even color. Yeah, it's not race.
No. I'm not talking about race whatsoever. Because now it started real bad, and it was horrible what happened in history. But now they've learned how to enslave a world, no matter what color you are, no matter what religion you are.
Yep.
They work the shit out of this shit, man. These rich motherfuckers, man, and they figured it out. You know, back in the days when it was just a powerful fucking king and he needed shit done for him. And then, oh, well, I can get 100 people to do this. Oh, now I can get 1,000 people to do this. But it's gotten to a point through history and what they've learned and how to keep it going and pass it down to their family and shit. It's evil, man. It's evil.
Yeah. For real. And the game is super dirty. The game is dirty.
Oh, yeah. How can you have 1,000 people working for you and you're making $30 billion?
Yeah.
And yet you're paying somebody $600 a week, $300 a week, $200 a week. You got a $250,000 yacht you go out on and shit and make phone calls, but you're only going to pay. That's evil to me. That is not legit. No.
Bro, that is the system that is collapsing. Look, it is unsustainable. They've gotten to the point where they've bled it dry. Not us, because we're the slaves, but they've bled it dry. And now, all right, I always throw this out. What's the debt? 14 trillion? 16?
30
trillion.
And bro, growing.
We can never pay that back. The system is done. So it's time for knowing. And what they're doing now with all the fires and the inflation, they're making sure that they can keep their slaves for the next go round. That's what they're trying to do.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, I'm just gonna go there. I say what's on my mind, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm kind of cautious a little bit. Something in me is telling me, no, don't say it, Tribe. Don't say it. I think the school system is set up to teach your ass to be a good slave.
Oh yeah.
I really. Yeah. They don't teach motherfuckers how to buy a house. They don't teach motherfuckers how to grow a garden. They're not teaching prepping in school. They're not teaching you how to hunt for food. They're not teaching none of that shit, man. They're teaching you to do exactly what they need you to do in this society so the rich elites can stay rich fucking elites.
Yeah. I got you. Look at how it's set up. You wake up every morning, go to school. You get off at 3:00, go home, and then you go back and do it all over again. It's the system.
Yeah, and you better what? You ain't got no job? You got out of school, you better get a job. You got a month to get a job, boy. Right. Yeah, we fall for it. We fall into our own, man. I'm ready to tell all my kids, man, don't work for nothing. Just live free, man. Just go jump on trains and travel the world and shit. Just be a broke bum, man. Don't fall for this shit. You only live once.
You might as well. See, you figure the most rounded people are the people who have actually gone out there and seen different cultures, different places, different environments. You know what I mean? See the good and bad and everything. That way, when you come home, you know from a worldly experience how you want to be. You know what I mean? It's not some, hey, okay, you just graduated high school. I expect you to go immediately into a 6-year college in 2 months. You know what I mean? That way you can get trapped in this system too, and you'll never be able to do a damn thing in your life. Maybe once every 5 years you could take a trip to Disneyland with the kids. You know what I mean? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? That's the picket fence dream. You know what I mean? Like, we'll work hard enough to go have a good time every decade or so. Why don't you have a good time every day of your fucking life?
Yes, yes. But you'll be looked at wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, go into any court for anything. The first thing they're gonna ask you, you got a job? You work? Where do you work? Oh, you only work part-time. Why do you only work part-time? You know what they're saying to me? Are you a good slave? Are you a good slave, Tribe?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we'll deal with your problem if you're a good slave. Oh, what? You ain't a good slave?
Mm-hmm.
Or you? Oh, well, you're a piece of shit. Then we ain't doing nothing for you. You're a bad person, right. And that's what the fuck it is. No matter what, and it's fed into us too.
Yeah.
It's you know. Yeah, we be looking at people different and show, oh, what you don't got a job, man. You're a piece of shit. I don't even want to know you, man. I can't be associated with you. Why?
You only make what?
Yeah, he's living just like anybody else. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Caviar, bro. Caviar. You know. All right. Yeah. So again, with the whole spiritual thing, you know what I'm saying? I try to keep my spiritual eyes open, right? And so going back to Instagram and Facebook and all this stuff. So the younger group, the I know I keep picking on the little Instagram models. I don't watch them like that, fam. I'm just saying. They all expect no, seriously. And I've watched interview after interview after interview. These younger females, college, just out of college. What kind of man do you want? How much money does he have to make for you to be with him? $100,000 off top. He has to be rich. He has to be a rapper. He has to be a football player. We have to travel the world. And I'm like, don't you know this is the end of the system? Like, what the hell? But that's where the youth are at. If you ain't making, and it's because of social media. If you know what I'm saying, if you don't have the room with like the silver like background and the silver bed and everything looks beautiful and it's all lighted perfectly and stuff, and they don't want to deal with you. So the system is still pushing like guys to try and mold themselves to this unrealistic view of how females want them to be through social media. Yeah. Being spiritually prepared, bro. It's fugazi. It's all fugazi.
Yeah.
When you look at it, it's like, why would you teach your kids, hey, you could be an astronaut, you could be president, in all these different things, when you're like, how am I going to convince them that that's worth it when they can shake their ass and become a millionaire on fucking TikTok?
Thank you.
It's easier to chase an unrealistic dream than it is to actually buckle down and do the hard work to achieve something. You know what I mean? So it's, hey, instead of putting in all this work, all I got to do is, you know what I'm saying? Like, even don't get offended, ugly chicks, fat chicks, you know what I'm saying? There's a market for everything, and it's all just the nastiest shit you can imagine. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, look, I was born like this. All I got to do is sell my soul, and boom, done. I don't actually have to do anything. Let me just shake my ass a little bit. Done. I'm secure for life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they get mad because it's like, oh, well, why doesn't nobody want me? Because you're used goods. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's not, it doesn't have to be physically, but just the appearances. You know what I'm saying? It's
the mentality. Yeah.
Men don't want that trash. You know what I'm saying? There's no prize. Like, if everybody gets it, you're not a prize. And that's what they're not understanding. You know what I'm saying? There's no self-value. You know what I'm saying? No worth in people anymore. So it's just, here, take everything I've got because I'm not worth anything. But you'll tell me I am if I do this nasty shit for you. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're at. Like, we're not getting doctors and lawyers. We're getting fucking go-go dancers and shit. You know what I mean?
For real. And this is happening behind the scenes. Seriously. That's why I said 1 or 2 decades, no more marriage. It ain't. Yeah.
Think about this, man. Maybe in the chat, maybe not. I could be wrong. I don't know who's in the chat and what y'all do for a living, but how many people work a job for a company and you can't afford what they're selling? You know what I'm saying?
Damn. How
many people work a job, but the pay that you get from that company, you're unable to pay for anything to get from that company.
Right.
And that's a fucked up system, man. That's a fucked up system. I know I worked it for years. I laid rug for years. I went into houses. I'll never be able to live in a house like this. But here I am, slaving away, doing the work of the low man.
Physical therapy, man. Physical therapy. and I couldn't afford the services.
Hell,
Exactly.
it's Subway. If you work at Subway, you can't afford a foot long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Bam.
It's
That's
crazy,
eye-opening.
man.
That's eye-opening right there. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, one of the people that I work with, you know what I'm saying? He sent me like a bill, like what they charge, not what I get, but what upstairs, what they charge. And I was like, holy shit. Are you serious? Yeah, it was, bro. It was astronomical. It was like 8 times more than what I get.
Yeah.
And I'm all right with what I get.
Yeah. See, that's where they got us. We should never be satisfied. We should never be satisfied, man.
Yeah.
Never be satisfied. If you out there, man, that shit pisses me off so bad. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
I've explained it like this. Like I've had instances in my life where I was court mandated to take like anger management courses and shit. You know what I mean? And one of the biggest arguments I had with the guy that was in there was, you know what I'm saying, he was a dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? His dream was to have the big fashionable Mercedes. Like that was his only goal in life, was to have that, $80,000 Mercedes.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what fucking good does that do you if the only time you can drive it is back and forth to work? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like you're driving a house for 20 minutes a day. That's it. Like how is that the dream? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
seriously.
No doubt. Tell me this. These are just obvious things that have been. It's the slave system that's got us by the balls that we don't even wake up to.
You gotta say that again, brother.
It's the slave system that's got us so in tune with what they want to do with us.
Yeah.
And how they run us, and how we just mosey along with our head down, and we just put up with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's the people who invented the system. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So they invented the system. Yeah. They invented the system. And then there were some other people who were probably like, nah, man, I don't like this one. They were like, well, don't worry, because you can come with me. I'll put you on. It was like, okay, let's do it. And it just keeps on building and building until you have the elite. And then the elite have us. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like if hypothetically, if we completely got rid of the college system, how much do you think that would change in any kind of way? Because I mean, you see, it's basically everybody who's in charge of us now, even if, you know what I'm saying, it's all the same people going through this exact, go through high school, go into the same college, you know what I'm saying, and then you get out and you start telling people what to do. It's like, how is there not a way to, without literally blowing the thing up, to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How do we stop that institution? You know what I mean? See, that there's the thing, there's just so many, they're coming at us from so many fucking angles, man.
Yeah.
Tell me this. Why is it that we got to work till we're 65, 67 years old to retire when the average lifespan is 72 years? Why do we have to work 60 fucking years to enjoy 6 years of retirement? Come on, man. Come on. Yeah. Feel me on it. We put up with it. We put up with it. We don't vote a motherfucking, retire at 30. Do you know how much money the government makes off of us, man? Do you know how much cash the government, and just the money they just print up? Money is a fugazi. It's a fake ass thing. Yeah. Period. It really is. It's fake as shit.
It's paper.
And that's the whip. You understand what I'm saying? That's the whip. That piece of paper, that's the new whip.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And they just collect and they collect. And they make sure that no matter how much we make, they take enough from us to where you got to be 80 years old before you can come from nothing and be comfortably established. Have enough money to where you're
if we borrowed money from the government, student loan for say, how much interest do you have to pay on that? These sons of bitches do thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars from individuals, interest free. Like, oh, we were just watching it for you. Here you go. We'll let you have some of it back. You know what I'm saying? If you're lucky, they'll let you have some of it back. Like, what kind of fucked up system is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit hits us in the face every fucking day, and we're just so fucking punch drunk to it that we just keep allowing it to happen. It's like Like
People
we got
were happy.
syndrome and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're too scared to fight back because they're going to hit us again. They've been fucking hitting us. How much harder can they hit us? You know what I'm saying? Like Tribe said the other day, there's worse things than fucking death. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to put your fucking foot down and be like, yeah, I can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of getting hit in the fucking face.
Yeah, they'll take $10,000 from you in taxes. Let's just say the feds will take $10,000 from you in taxes. Then a pandemic hits, and they'll give you $1,200. And then they look at you like you need to pay taxes on this shit. Y'all motherfuckers got to pay this shit back. I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about? You're gonna give me 10% of the money that you took from me for absolutely nothing. You know, come on, man. And there was a lot of people happy as fuck to get that $1,200. I don't see how.
Yeah.
Like, did you not give up $300-$400 every week of your paycheck to these motherfuckers? And you're gonna sit here and smile about a $1,200 fucking check that they're gonna give you?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Shit is crooked as shit, man.
It is.
Come on, we got to fix something. We got to do something. Like Hutch said, man, this shit is there's shit worse than death, and we're letting it happen. Man, 100 years from now, people are gonna look back on us, and they're gonna look at us to say, "What the fuck did y'all do to put us in this situation?"
Yeah.
100 years ago was some weak motherfuckers who let these people do this shit to us, and look how we're living. Lee, appreciate you.
I don't know, man. I think they might be like talking about in the future. They might be like, well, yeah, technology was new. They were just getting like social media. You know, we can kind of see how they were manipulated into the system and da-da-da-da. I don't know. I don't know. But look, all right, I'm gonna go out there on a deep end. I seriously do believe, spiritually speaking, that I was put here for this time period. I wanted to see the collapse of the system, and I'm gonna live through it. Hopefully.
Hey, but if you don't, then did you go out so righteous that your name is remembered 1,000 years from now?
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Hutch.
Doc, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Hey, this time period,
and I feel you.
Yeah, this time period is not for the weak at heart. That's one thing that I want to say. It is not for the weak at heart. We will see things. We will do things.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, this ain't for the weak, man.
Yeah, and if you came in late, go. If you came in late, man, go back to the beginning, man, and see some of the shit we talked about, because there's some shit going down.
Put it up, man. Put it up.
I'll show it one more time for y'all, man. This is a list of nothing but food plants and food distribution centers that have been on fire or had explosions. Bam. Look at all that.
We didn't make this up.
And 16 of these at the top, coming all the way almost down to the bottom. 17 of them are just from the first 3 months of this year. Look at that. Fire, airplane crash, boiler explosion, fire. You got California, New Hampshire, Texas, Arizona, Indiana, Arkansas, Oregon, Texas, Wisconsin in 3.5 months. With all the food shortages shit that's going on and everything else. Come on, y'all. It's like Just Josh has been saying. He said it a lot at the beginning of the Great Reset. These motherfuckers are doing us dirty. They're doing us super dirty.
They're trying to lock us in for the next go round. But thankfully, we're preppers, and we're doing these lives. We're watching other videos. We're part of a community that is trying to stay ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I appreciate you, Hava. Thank you so much, sis. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's been sending super chats and all that stuff. I really do appreciate that shit, man. I don't give y'all enough props, man. I know how hard it is out here, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hava, you already know. Yeah.
True been going off all night. True ain't playing.
What's he up to now? You gotta read that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Good times make weak men.
Yeah, but I got a feeling that they're going in for that knockout blow. I don't have a feeling. I see it. It's happening. They're going in for the knockout blow. If you ain't a rich elite or got millions in the bank, and I think they're going to hit them too. If you got like 10 million in the bank, when that stock market crashes, you wait and see. And I heard something, I think it was on Canadian Prepper's video, man. The dude said that older people that got, money in the stock market and shit, they're starting to see that it's, there's no way we can recover from this shit. So bad shit's going to happen. So they're taking money out of the stock market and buying, underground bunkers and shit.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, man. But, there really is, we're hearing a rumor that within the next 6 months, huge, they're going to make 2008 look like cheddar cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm not a financial expert, but if any of y'all are in one of them kind of companies to where you got a 401k, find out what the fuck's being invested in it, or go ahead and cash that bitch out. It's just, what I'm saying, I don't know anything about finances. I'm just saying, if it was me, I'd be trying to swoop in everything that what I'm saying. It's time to start making some stuff liquid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And don't forget, we talked about a lot of shit tonight that's going on within our own country. Well, our own food, our own shit, gas, everything that we talked about. But don't forget that we're in the middle of a war. And America may not be saying World War III, but there are other countries right now that are saying World War III, and they're the ones that are threatening us with nukes. And they're flying nukes around, and they're setting nukes up. And it might not be nukes, but it might be something. And the hits ain't going to stop with the food and the gas. It's going to be water. It's going to be infrastructure. It's going to be the internet, your power sources, your TVs. So y'all better get ready, man. Get prepared. Get prepped up, and no bullshit. Don't look at it like, oh, I ain't doing that prepper shit. I ain't no prepper. Fuck that. Man, fuck that. You ain't got to be a prepper, but get some extra food in your house. Get some extra water in your house. Get you some. You want to be able to protect your family, man. Shit could pop off. You know how bad crime is? And how bad crime's gonna get? Mm-hmm. I've seen 3 releases from LA, and I know it's just LA, but 3 releases from the police warning people about people following them home and they're gonna rob them, or we can't protect you in the street, so you're kind of on your own out here. It's like the Wild Wild West. We really can't do much for you. All this shit's going on, man. You better start thinking about freedom seeds. There's rumors of 30% tax hike ups and shit. Who knows? That's the rumor. Might end up being 100% mark. Who knows? Look how much prices have went up just in the past year. Mm-hmm. Y'all better stack up, man. Get prepped up. We don't do this shit for nothing. I don't get on here and talk to y'all just to hang out and shit. Like I really have a point to the shit I say, man. I really I'm trying to fucking reach out to people, and we're all on the same wavelength. True, I appreciate you, man. I don't know how much money you spending tonight, but I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Hey, man, seriously. Look, I know a lot of the fam, like, I don't know, man. I feel like y'all might think that I get up here and I just talk, you know what I'm saying? Like in my little man cave and stuff. But I promise you, look, I've got 2 new solar panels. I've fertilizer, seeds, lime, gardening. All the tiller is ready to go. You name it. I just ordered a ton more Mylar bags. The canning, I haven't used my canner, but I went out and bought 2 or 3 more cases of I got a stacks of jars. Because I know, seriously, when the shit goes left, that is how I'm gonna have to preserve my food. So literally, I just want y'all to know that we aren't just talking. This shit is real. It really is.
And make sure y'all sub up to Sophia B. No bullshit, because she had to move. So the past 2 weeks, they've been hustling, man. They've been going through it. They had to spend a week traveling from California to Pennsylvania. They're making big moves. Yeah. It's awesome. I respect the hell out of it. But she's doing the canning shows, and she's going to get back on it. And for anybody who needs to learn how to can some food, it's such a family environment that, it's fun. That any questions you need answered, if Nisi just dropped the link for y'all. If y'all really just give it a shot, even if you're not going to can, watch the show because you can learn a lot. Because there's a lot of things talked about that ain't even canning that has to do with food preservation.
Hey, tell them why.
From Mylar bags to dehydrating food to all kinds of shit. Go ahead, just Josh, hit them up.
No, I'm just saying it's as simple as this for me. Seriously, and I'm not the canning type of guy. I'm not. That's not my bag. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Seriously, when things go left, one of the main ways. Look, you open a can. You open a family a number 10 can or something. Not freeze dried, but a number 10 can of pork and beans or whatever the hell it is. No electricity, no refrigeration. How are you going to save that can after you've eaten like a quarter of it or half of it? That's it'll go bad, lickety split. You're gonna have to can it. So right now everything's good, but when things go left, and they more than likely probably will go left at some point, you're gonna need to know how to can to preserve those things that you open and you only use a portion of it. That's why I'm on it the way that I am.
And we're at the perfect time for it. Because if you get on it now and you start learning now, we got the whole summer right now. We can plant food, we can grow food. Well, if you got 10 tomato plants, you're not going to eat all those tomatoes. You're going to want some tomatoes for the wintertime. So boom, you can dehydrate tomatoes, you can can tomatoes, you can freeze peppers. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit you can do, and that's the kind of shit that's talked about during the canning show. Ghost Prepper started that shit, and they've been running with it, man. And it's a blessing to the community. Yeah. It's a blessing to the community. They got me started canning. Now I'm canning like a pro. You can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I brought some food. I'm doing the damn thing.
Yeah, Mylar bags aren't going to preserve the food, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right now they will preserve the food, but in shift, you're not going to throw a can of stewed tomatoes in a Mylar bag, and that's not going to happen. There's only one way to preserve that.
Yeah.
But you can throw dehydrated carrots and onions and stuff like that in a Mylar bag.
Absolutely. Yeah. But when you're in that shit.
And look for other channels too. We've been getting into so many deep conversations and got into the war thing, man. But I don't mean not to shout people out, man, because there's a lot of good channels out here that you can get great information from, man. From Tennessee Tactical One to Awkward Texan, Georgia Peach. There's so many good people. Monique King is a genius in the kitchen. When she gets up on that cannibals thing with everybody, man, they get it in. Random JL. I mean, Virginia Roots, for Christ's sakes. I mean, she cans every damn Saturday, man. I learned something from Virginia Roots every time I watch that show. I mean, there's just so many. I'm not going. Susanna. Her name's kind of weird. Her channel name's kind of weird. Y'all, the ancient
Rhyme of the Ancients.
Yeah, Rhyme of the Ancients. I mean, it's just everybody, man.
JR up there with his man bun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And look, and I'll give a little bit of advice too. This is just a little advice that I go by. Yeah, there are some channels that do the doom and gloom, and it's like 24/7. But don't unsub from them, because a lot of those channels find great information when the shit hits. And you may not want to watch everything. You may not want to watch them all the time. But there's going to be times when they're going to come out with some information that's going to really help you. Full spectrum survival. A lot of people say, oh man, it's doom and gloom. It's doom and gloom. Man, that dude got me hip to so many different kinds of preps when 2020 hit that I never thought about. And I'd been prepping for 20 years. And he just would mention a little something. And I'd be like, damn, that is such a great idea. And I would get those preps and I use them like the great preps that you would just never think about. Southern Prepper One. For all, Prepper Now, he drops information that's going on across the planet every day. He gives out good information, real articles coming from real sources. I mean, there's just so many out there. But sub up and stay sub. Don't just get mad and frustrated because it's doom and gloom 3 or 4 times in a row, and you're like, fuck it, I don't want to see him no more. Just don't watch a couple times if it's getting to you, but stay subbed up, because All these channels need your help. We're like the only community on YouTube really trying to help people and trying to get people on the right track of being prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Don't fuck the hate, man. Let's kill that culture. We're not going to hate, man. Only hate those that attack you or do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, man. I just want to throw it out there. I want to throw some channels out there. You know what I'm saying? Some good people. Well, we got 5 minutes left, fellas. 5 minutes left, chat.
Is that it? Is that it?
Oh, of course, Angry. Of course, y'all gotta watch Angry Prepper. But I think anybody that watches us, they already on Angry Prepper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, fam. Let me just say this seriously, fam. This is what I do. This I know what's coming. Great reset. Federalization of damn near everything. The new world, the new system. All that is what is coming. Okay. So I take it day by day. I'm preparing to last as long as I can. To make this transition as simple and as smooth as possible. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get super frustrated. Just do the things. Continue to prep up and keep it moving. You'll be all right. Yeah. Simple as that, man.
And throw some videos out there. If you've been thinking about making a video, if you get some information, you ain't got to show your face. Just throw the information out there.
Yeah.
Put it in your title. Just talk behind the camera. Be like, look, because we need information coming out of all states. We need to know what's going on with this food shit. You know, if you got a place burning down in your area, let us know. Put a little video out there. Send me an email. Send Just Josh an email. Send Hutch an email. Hit us up. We got to stay on top of these things, because if we're not putting out lists like this and showing people what's going on, then what the hell are we here for, man? We got to stay on top of these things, man, or they're gonna defeat us. They're gonna end everything that we know.
Yeah, plain and simple. Be better tomorrow than you were today. Otherwise, you ain't doing enough. Plain and simple.
No doubt. No doubt.
Appreciate you, Hutch. Beautiful.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna hit y'all with the outro. And you never know, man. We might, sometimes I sneak a secret society in there after a Tribecast. You know what I'm saying? Let me give it some thought. Let me sit backstage with the fellas for a minute, see what's going on. We might sneak into an old Tribecast live after this. No promises, but we might do it. So we're gonna catch you on the next one. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Nisi, I love you to death. Thanks for modding. All the other mods, you might have been in there not saying much, just doing the damn thing. I appreciate y'all. Everybody in the chat, everybody that hung out, I truly appreciate y'all. The super chats, the super stickers, appreciate you so much. Hutch, Josh, I fucks with y'all fellas, man. Thank y'all for hanging with me. And we bouncing. Gia. 823, press one. Yeah.
I'm trying to get it in now.
What's up, y'all? What's going on with you?
That we're all gonna die.
We ain't gonna make it.
823. What's up, fam?
We're sending smoke signals over here.
We all did.
What's up?
We ain't fucking around. We told y'all we ain't fucking around.
Nope.
The life that we know, the life that we have with all of the luxuries. Maybe I'll buy this. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe. That's going away, man. I firmly believe that things are going to tighten up big time.
And you can't trust anything. You can't trust the government. You can't trust your local government. You can't trust the media. You can't trust nothing that's said on TV.
Y'all are fleas on the nuts of a giant right now.